very sarcastic. There's other ways in that, states probably don't adhere to the Northeast, New England styles and beliefs. Okay, so I apologize for that.
Let me also, I acknowledge that it was offensive, and I apologize.
Thank you.
I apologize. It was I was trying to be funny, and it
Right.
wasn't funny at all.
But I mean, see, this is what I'm saying. What bothers some people, I'm not from Texas, and I'm not of Mexican descent, but I have friends that are on whatever. And even if I didn't, I found that offensive. And what you may find offensive, and that was offensive that you assume that some of us don't believe in this workshop.
I
don't
wasn't,
think
I was,
anybody-
I
One
was,
second, please. I don't think anybody would be here if they didn't want to be here. No one's forcing us to be here.
good, okay, I just wanna make sure that that's what we all agree on, because as far as I'm concerned, okay, we have moved so slowly, and I think that women by and large need to accept some of the responsibility, that it's so hard for us to move forward because we seem to accept our lot. So I challenge, I provoke. I can be more provocative than I am now in some of the things I have to say and think. So yeah, if I caused you to think, that's good. This room should be filled with hundreds of them.
Really, see, I still totally disagree with that.
Well,
I disagree with
it
that.
is what it
And
is.
maybe
And
just-
my son-in-law is Mexican, by the way. But go
Maybe
ahead.
just the tone, and I think that this
Mhm.
falls into play of just talking about bully, harassment, or neither.
Yeah,
Just maybe just say it, try to be nice.
yes.
And when you think about that before it passes your lips, that might not offend, or might, and you can provoke thoughts in a way, but still be nice. And I think that that's why it came off as abrasive.
The
So-
Mexican thing?
Or even any of the
Any of it.
comments.
But see, right then and there.
Too
the
bad.
Mexican-
But
the
see,
Mexican
that's
thing,
not,
too bad for you for being bullied.
right. Like,
Yeah.
we're all trying, we
Okay?
have the common
We're all
goal.
here as women.
Well, you know
We are
what?
doing something
I found
about
it offensive, okay, that you actually thought that if you can't fantasize about getting revenge on somebody, okay, that suddenly I'm a threat, okay? That's not right. And you were on your cell phone half the friggin' night.
I'm sorry you felt that way.
Yeah, well,
I didn't
there
say
you go.
one thing.
This
I
is,
question. And I'm sorry that you felt that way, but when I hear
Well,
about
tough, get off your
revenge-
cell phone.
this is,
bullying
just a
right now.
minute,
Right.
just a minute, just a minute. Let me just say that, first of all, excuse me, ma'am, and I do apologize.
Thank
It
you,
was,
I appreciate that.
it was uncalled for.
I really was just, and I know that you're sincere, and I appreciate that.
Well,
What I'm
I'm
trying to
human.
say is, I understand now
I'm human,
how
and
people,
I,
me
and I miss
too,
it.
and so is everyone else
Right.
that does these things.
Right. So
But
I
how one thing
apologize.
leads to another, and how
Right.
quickly it can change.
And just because I tell
So,
somebody to get off their cell phone
here's
doesn't
what
mean
I
I'm
would
bullying
like-
somebody.
here's
You've
what I-
obviously never been bullied.
Here's what I would like from you. I understand that you're carrying a lot of anger for some reason here. I understand that. And I understand, I've done this enough to understand that people who have been targeted, that happens. I understand that.
We drove an
So I would
hour,
ask
15
you-
minutes to be here.
Right. I would ask you, people took their time out to be here, to drive from Holyoke, from Chicopee. So I would ask you just to think about what you're saying before you say it.
And I certainly
and-
will, so if I have offended anybody that might have another opinion about, like,
That doesn't sound
workplace
sincere.
bullying, that's fine.
Well, just as I have labored to make this a safe space for you to feel comfortable being here, I'm asking you to do the same for everybody else in the room.
I will.
Okay, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you.
May I say something?
Please.
I think we've come here tonight, a lot of people didn't even know about the bill that's before our legislature. Instead of taking it upon ourselves that we're really feeling bad for ourselves or feeling bad for something else, do something and get in touch with your legislatures and get this bill passed, so we're not ever have to have this discussion again.
Right, we're not there yet.
You need to be active.
This is, I think this is just an illustration of how emotional this issue can be. I mean, it's really emotional, it's insidious, it's horrible what how it makes people feel, you know, and and it exhibits its way in people in many different ways. So let's try to be respectful, let's try to keep our emotions in check, and let's learn as we go, okay? I'm not asking you not to be emotional, because I know how emotional it is, and you gotta do what you gotta do, but let's try to be respectful and keep the place safe for everybody to learn. All right? Okay.